Mayor Eric Garcetti to announce Lyft City Works investments totaling $5 million in the city of LA, the hometown of our co-founder and CEO, Logan Green, who, as a 16-year-old, was stuck in traffic and believed he could find a better way to get around and make city living better. There are three ways this program will take shape. First, we're providing transportation to those who need it the most. Transportation is the door to opportunity. But unfortunately, that door is still closed for too many. By providing free and reduced price rides to people who need them the most, we can help thousands of people, medical patients, veterans, victims of natural disasters, or folks who just want to exercise their right to vote. Here in Los Angeles, we're partnering with Mayor Garcetti's A Bridge Home program to do our part to address homelessness, and working with great partners like the YWCA, PATH, and the People's Concern. These are just a few examples of how we are starting this work right here in this great city. Second, we're developing transportation infrastructure, especially in underserved neighborhoods. By increasing mobility, we can boost economic opportunity. In driver centers just like these, we're building stations to give drivers an easy way to reliably charge their electric vehicles. We're also expanding bikes and scooters into underserved areas of LA through partnerships with local nonprofits and civic partners. And the third prong of Lyft City Works is about creating a clean energy future for our cities. The future of our cities depends on the health of our planet. Last year, we committed to making every single ride carbon neutral, quickly becoming one of the largest buyers of carbon offsets in the entire world. In LA alone, after just 1 year, these offsets are delivering the same impact as 5.8 million trees. And we're working with the committed people at One Tree Planted to fund reforestation of nearly 100,000 acres destroyed by recent Woolsey fires. Lastly, here in LA and around the country, we're working hard to minimize single occupancy rides through our shared saver mode and also through Lyft bike and scooters. Through this multifaceted, multimodal approach, we will create more sustainable cities. And that is the key to John and Logan's vision. Now, as a former mayor, Mayor Garcetti, I'm proud to say that Lyft City Works will be locally driven. In partner cities, including Los Angeles, we'll be forming local advisory councils made up of grassroots leaders, activists, advocates, who will work alongside our drivers and employees to build a better future for cities just like yours. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to work together as a growing movement to improve city life and build a future that ensures transportation access for those who need it. Some companies are top-down. Lyft is ground up. And that's what City Works is all about. Thank you very much. And now, my friend, Mayor Eric Garcetti.
Good morning. Good morning. And let's hear it for Secretary Fox. Thank you, Anthony Fox. Let me welcome everybody who's lucky enough to be from LA and smart enough to come to LA. To Nelson and to others, a place where it's warmer here, I think, at this time than New York, even at the peak today. And this is officially the earliest press conference of my 6 years as mayor. This city is in the midst of a transportation revolution. Some cities fear the future, others lie down and just accept it, but we are guiding it in Los Angeles. And we couldn't be more excited to guide it with this company today, Lyft. A lot of people say that no good comes out of traffic, but we've seen with Logan, some good came out of Los Angeles traffic. And LA has become a hotbed of transportation technology and testing, whether it's exploring Hyperloop or a gondola that will take you to Dodger Stadium, working with a boring company with a tunnel underneath it, that helped the Dodgers, I believe, get the 12-5 victory that launched the season yesterday. We passed the largest transportation measure in American history ×2 to build 15 new rapid transit lines. But we know that getting around is the most important thing in our lives. Not about statistics or stocks. It's about human experience. Seeing our kids at the end of the day, getting to a job, making it to a date that may change our lives. That's what transportation is about. And with Lyft, we see a company that has decided, as Anthony Fox said, to do it from the ground up, to talk to the people who are a part of this company and the cities where they are, to guide that future together. And we don't fear that. When we're reimagining our airport and our rail lines, when we're embracing ride sharing, when we're figuring out a way to make electric scooters work, we see the future here today. And that's why when we ring the bell today, we're not just ringing the bell on a celebration of a unicorn rideshare company, a company co-founded by an Angelino, I should continue to add, but we're celebrating a new standard for public-private partnerships. I want to thank Logan and John for their friendship over these years and the vision of not just focusing on a company, but focusing on our world and improving the quality of life for all of us. Lyft is committed to this community. They will help somebody get out of homelessness and on track in their lives. They will help young people connect with a future, help people earn a little extra money to put food on the table and to see their education through. And that is the future, not just to help as a company, but to see our cities grow as well. The $5 million that Secretary Fox announced here for LA, we are so proud to be a part of, to help us solve that first mile, last mile problem, to expand our Bridge Home program to end homelessness, not just address it on our streets. And that ethos of corporate responsibility sets the standard. So thank you for doing that. This warehouse is a transformation of our economy, what it used to be and what it will be. And now that you've reimagined this into a driver center, where people can get help with their taxes, can charge their cars, can connect with each other and see their future, it is imperative that we have companies across America have that similar vision. So thank you for setting that standard and moving it forward. That's what's possible when the public and private sectors come together. That's what's possible in this City of Angels, and I welcome all of these angels and their wings to this City of Angels today. Congratulations. And Catherine, come on forward.
Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. Hi, I'm Catherine Buon. I'm Lyft's head of investor relations. And I joined Lyft recently because of Lyft's commitment to social impact and making life better for people in all of our local communities. Today, I have the honor of introducing Lyft's co-founders, President John Zimmer and CEO Logan Green. For more than 10 years, they've been working to bring meaningful change to our cities by revolutionizing transportation. For them, this is not just a company. Lyft is their life's work. And together, they are a force that drives Lyft. And I know we're all eager to hear from them on this big day. So please join me in welcoming Logan and John.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. Thanks, everyone, for coming out to celebrate this incredible milestone with us today. It's really meaningful to be back here in LA for this occasion. Not only was LA an incredible city to grow up in, but it was the inspiration for Lyft.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm incredibly thankful for all of you being here today. Our mission is to improve people's lives with the world's best transportation. And today, we're taking Lyft public. In doing so, we want to demonstrate that when success is delivered by combining positive benefits to local communities with financial business results, our long-term value to both shareholders and society will be far greater. Let me tell you a little bit about my friend and co-founder, Logan Green. As we've talked about, Logan grew up here in LA and spent a lot of time in traffic. He then went to UC Santa Barbara, where he wanted to make an experiment out of not having a car, so he didn't bring one. He started inventing his own solutions. He rode the bus, He built a car-sharing program from scratch when Zipcar wasn't able to come to campus. He then got elected to the local transit board as the youngest member ever and fell in love with the promise of affordable, accessible transportation for all. He then traveled to Zimbabwe and was inspired by local entrepreneurs who took their minivans and turned them into a transit network.
So while I was out here in California geeking out on transportation, John was back east, and he was studying hospitality at Cornell's hotel school. And it was there he had a class called Green Cities, and it went through the history of our country's transportation infrastructure, from the canal network to railroads to the national highway system. But it was when he learned that the car was only utilized 5% of the time that an idea hit him. At the hotel school, he was learning that if a hotel ran at less than 60% occupancy, that was going to be a failing business. So clearly, by that measure, car ownership was a failing model, and we needed to come up with the next generation of transportation infrastructure.
We've always agreed that cities need to be rebuilt around people, not cars. We came together in 2007 to launch Zimride, named after Zimbabwe, a carpool matching service for universities and companies. In 2012, we launched Lyft and pioneered the idea of on-demand, peer-to-peer ride-sharing. In those early days, we were told we were crazy to think people would ride in each other's personal vehicles. And now, after more than 1 billion rides, we're able to look forward to a world we've long imagined, designed less for cars and more for people.
Last year, over 30 million people used Lyft. That's nearly 10% of the US population. And at the same time, we created flexible work for 1.9 million people. That's over 1% of the US active labor force. And yet we're just getting started. The entire ride-sharing industry makes up less than 1% of all vehicle miles traveled. And we're just at the beginning of moving from a world based around car ownership to a world based around transportation as a service and built around people.
Lyft is now the largest and fastest growing multimodal transportation network in North America. As Lyft's business impact expands, so too does its social impact. Our driver community has earned more than $10 billion. In 2018, Lyft riders increased their local spending by more than $2.5 billion due to more accessible transportation. And we made all Lyft rides carbon neutral by purchasing offsets for over 1 million tons of carbon emissions in 2018. We're proud of the momentum and even more excited about what lies ahead. With programs like City Works and Lyft Driver Centers, we're just getting started on how we'll continue to invest in our local communities. The neat thing is, these aren't side projects. They are how our business works.
Well, taking Lyft today is an exciting milestone, and it'll help provide us with the capital that we need to advance our mission. One thing that won't change is how we lead Lyft. We'll continue to lead with our integrity, with humanity, and with strong execution. And we can't do it alone. We'll do it in partnership with great cities like LA and with great leaders like Mayor Garcetti, who share our goal to improve people's lives through transportation.
Lyft has been successful against big odds because we have always prioritized the long-term sustainable growth of both our community and our company. Business results and societal impact are not only linked, but they can and do feed off each other. We know the road ahead comes with both massive opportunities and genuine challenges. We take our responsibility to serve our communities and shareholders very seriously, and we look forward to proving that with actions and results. Thank you.
And now we will take a 5-minute pause and we'll return for the Nasdaq bell ringing ceremony. Stay tuned.
to the Nasdaq opening bell. My name is Laura Moreno, and I'm the Managing Director at Nasdaq, and I am thrilled to be here and honored to introduce our President, Nelson Griggs.
Wow.
We have a market to open. Well, my role in these ceremonies is typically to try to coax enthusiasm and excitement out of the group. I don't think it's going to be a problem today, but I want to start by saying good morning to everyone. Flash, right? It is my great pleasure to welcome Lyft founders Logan Green and John Zimmer to the Lyft's opening bell ceremony. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to members of the board, the management team, all the employees, family, and the distinguished guests that have joined us today. We are incredibly excited you could join us right here from Los Angeles, California, in Lyft's new driver center as we get set to ring today's opening bell. I want to test the enthusiasm level. Can I get a big round of applause for this? Way too easy. Way too easy. We'll build on that, though. So there is quite a bit to celebrate, and I want to begin by congratulating Lyft on the pricing of their IPO last night. Lyft priced 32.5 million shares at $72 a share to raise just over $2.3 billion. I think that deserves a round of applause, right? Gabby's getting worried we might not make it to 9:30, so I'm going to move this along a bit. But this is a major milestone, and we're thrilled to share this with you here today. So Lyft launched in 2012 and has embarked on a mission to improve lives with the world's best transportation. And ride by ride, you are helping reimagine how our cities can be built around people, not cars. By envisioning a world where cities feel like communities again, where the transportation and technology bring people together instead of pull them apart. Lyft believes in a future where public companies, civic leaders, and grassroots organizations work together for the greater good of our cities. So it was a bit of an unusual request by Lyft to host today's ceremony from an old car dealership. A little bit. First time ever. But Lyft was determined to broadcast from a space of one of their new driver centers, and our Nasdaq team was thrilled to work with them on this amazing, amazing vision. So ensuring drivers have resources like this center to maximize their earnings and partnering with the city of Los Angeles to reinvest in ways to benefit Angelinos are just two ways that truly make Lyft different. So Logan and John, congratulations on to your entire team on everything you've accomplished to date. Lyft is a true innovator, and we're exceptionally proud at Nasdaq to be your partner. We look forward to supporting you on your continued success as a NASDAQ-listed company. So with that, I'd like to ask you for the biggest round of applause as I invite Logan and John to the podium. Come on up, guys.
All right, before we ring the bell, we want to thank our entire Lyft community for making this possible. To Mayor Garcetti and his team, thanks for being such great partners in LA, our largest Lyft market. To the city leaders, advocates, and partners all across the country who have helped make today possible, thank you. And a big, big thanks to Lyft drivers, like those of you that are here with us today, who help make our mission and values come to life.
We'd also like to thank all of our investors for taking a huge bet on us, and our board members for guiding us and giving us the leadership to get here today. And to every single team member, from folks who have been with us for nearly a decade, to every single person out across the country who's given all of their blood, sweat, and tears to make this company and to live the values every single day.
All right.
All right, well, we know how you generally believe it's a team effort, but we did want to present to you with the Nasdaq award for the opening bell here today. Logan, that's for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
John, for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.